Hey, hey, hey. Hey, you guys. Hello, hello, hello. So, just going to chat a little bit about relationships. Okay? You know, I know you're all experts. No, you're not. And neither am I. But I do have some input on relationships and I just want to talk about it tonight because it came up a lot today. Um, I'm working with guys, and just came up a lot. It's a lot of times the newcomer comes into the 12-step world, and you know, often the relationship he had is over, she had is over, and we feel friggin' uncomfortable. We don't know how to be alone. We don't know how to not be in a relationship, and so we don't want to feel that uncomfortableness. So we run around and we find somebody to be with, you know, and we get burned. And lots of times it's not that we get burned. We're just not ready. We're not prepared. We don't have anything to offer, and we're so friggin' needy. We don't want to be alone, so we jump into a relationship, right? You know what I'm talking about. We jump into a relationship, and it's not because we have so much to give, it's because we want something. And we put our happiness in somebody else. We say, she's the one, he's the one. Oh my gosh, you know, he's just perfect for me. He has two eyes just like me, and 10 fingers just like me. We're perfect. We're made for each other. It's just ridiculous, you know. And then it's like it's it's hilarious, and you know 2 months later, one or the other is gone off on a bender, and they're in so much pain, and what can I say? I encourage you to feel it, just be with it, and our that peace that we're looking for, no pun intended, can only be found inside. Okay, get this: the peace that we're looking for, that you know that that stillness that can remove the pain inside of us can only be found inside. We can't find it in work. We can't really find it in anything but in a relationship with a higher power. And you tell me, I mean, everything else is transient. Everything else is moving. People come and go. People, starts out kind of good, and we make lots of promises to each other, and we oversell the shit out of ourselves and say, I'm the best. You're going to really have a good life with me. And, we could be getting married. He could be the one, and it's a bit crazy. And then, a year maybe goes by, or 2 years goes by, and we're like, holy shit, what am I going to do with this? And the next thing you know, we're pregnant. And I mean, this happens. I know it happens because I've lived it. Okay. I don't regret it, but I just recognize that I was never really there. I was always looking for something. So, you know, well, I guess this is kind of the lessons that can't be taught. You know, I was with a guy tonight. He's newly sober, like really newly sober. And he's looking at the girls in the meetings, saying, "Oh, I'm going to get one of those." I'm like, "No, you're not." Well, I think I am, and I'm like, it's yeah, how much, where's the honesty in that? Well, where's the value in that? I'm, I don't know. Anyway, I just want to share with you that the answers are not found outside. And so my purpose here over and over and over again is to just share different ways to see a relationship with a higher power. And lately I've been reading from this little book, that the Tao Te Ching by Stephen Mitchell. Get it. It's a great little book. If you are actually seriously looking to have to have real peace inside, if you're looking to be, you know, if you want to be whole, I mean that. Like, really whole, then you have to find this relationship with a higher power. I don't care what you say. It's a fact, because the the whole. I spent like 2 or 3 hours with the guy today, 2 or 3 hours with the guy today, and really hammering home the truth that based on our selfishness, our self-centeredness, our fear, we couldn't trust our own thinking because somehow, you know, when we talk about recovery, we realize everybody in the recovery community realizes we need to have a psychic change. We need to go from what's in it for me to how can I serve? How can I make a difference? How can I help out? It's a complete psychic change. So we're no longer needing or taking. We're looking for always how can I give? And it's in our prayers, it's in our, in our actions. It becomes integrated into our system. So we're not, trying to fill ourselves up from outside. But the first step of that is we have to be convinced. We have to be convinced that we cannot live a life based on self-will. Period. So self-will's off the table, and because it didn't work, we were always clashing. We were always, trying to get our way, and it was always coming from fear. So the things that we feared, of course, are the things that we created. It's a beautiful in the 12-step world. It says that fear set in motion trains of circumstance. So we created, our misery. Fear, it was the author of our problems. So it's all based in self-will. Why are we afraid? Because we're afraid we're not going to get, or we're going to lose something. So it's based in that. It's fundamentally, in the system. It's not our natural state, because our natural state is love. Our natural state is a state of giving and service. But here we were living in this other state, which is a fear state, which is a selfish, self-centered state. And so we have to be convinced that we cannot live that way, and that's basis of our thinking. And there's no half measures. We can't just say, well, just in certain areas, I'm going to let that go, but I'm going to still going to be the same old conniving thief in business, or, I'm still going to be dishonest in relationship. I'm still going to have, be married and have a girlfriend, and neither one of them are going to know, that doesn't work. And it didn't work. It never worked. So there you go. So anyway, here we go. The lao-tzu, the Tao Te Ching, chapter 15. It's a little longer than most. It's 4 paragraphs. I know, it's so beautiful though. It's just beautiful. If you like what I'm going to read tonight, go back and look, go to my YouTube channel, and we're chapter 15, so I've read the previous 14 chapters, and they're gorgeous. They're so simple and so short. They're gorgeous. Usually when I'm doing a reading like this, it's only maybe 15 minutes, but here we go. Chapter 15. The ancient masters were profound and subtle. Their wisdom was unfathomable. There is no way to describe it. All we can describe is their appearance. They were careful, as someone crossing an ice-covered stream. Alert as a warrior in enemy territory. Cautious as a guest. Courteous as a guest. Fluid as melting ice. Shapable as a block of wood. Receptive as a valley. Clear as a glass of water. Do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? Oh my God, that's so good. The master doesn't seek fulfillment. Not seeking, not expecting. She is patient and can welcome all things. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Just relax. Take it easy. Breathe. the right situation, the right person, the right life will show up. There's no hurry. I love this. What a great chapter, chapter 15. So beautiful. The master doesn't seek fulfillment. Not seeking, not expecting. She is present and can welcome all things. In the back of the book, Stephen Mitchell wrote a little synopsis for each chapter. And chapter 15, he wrote, "Till your mud settles." Mud, he says, stands for concepts, judgments, desires, expectations, everything that obscures and narrows reality. The master's life is pure and placid, predictable like the seasons, obvious like the moon. When our mind, heart, becomes transparent, the light of the Tao shines through. The water is clear. I asked my old teacher, Zen Master Sun Tzu, to comment on this verse. He said, "Our mind is like a glass of clear water. If we put salt into the water, it becomes salt water. Sugar, it becomes sugar water. Shit, it becomes shit water. But originally the water is clear. No thinking, no mind, no problem." Beautiful. Okay, get this. Like, this is a book to always have on your bookshelf, and you can pick it up to any piece of this, any little chapter. The chapters are all just one-pagers, some of them just 2 paragraphs, and they're all so deep and so real, so beautiful. So I encourage you to go to my YouTube channel and listen to. I've already read 15. These are or 14 of these, and they're beautiful. Okay, thanks you guys. That's super. And just be patient, relax. Easy does it. Let things settle. It's beautiful. Thanks. Love you.